Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to Coffee Time, Moontime Devotions with Mr. Graham Smith. We woke up a little earlier this morning, which was pretty nice, considering yesterday morning we weren't up so early. But this morning we're up bright and early, and we're excited to see where the day can bring us. As always, folks, we're coming to you live, unfiltered, undefined, and unrefined. We just came out here to feed the dog, and the dog is chowing down on her breakfast. She's very, very happy to do so. Sounds like the neighbor's garage is opening. Nice to know they're getting an early start to their day as well. Now, on a particular day like this, when we wake up this early and we look around at the beautiful patterns and lifestyles of the people around us, we can really see how easy and free of a life it can be together when we are so happy together and gathering together and doing what we need together, smiling together, drinking water together, or one of my favorite pastimes, drinking coffee together. Forgive me, I'm still waking up, not making much sense. But we are getting there, slowly but surely. Always good to wake up early, because then you have plenty of time to enjoy your day. By the time nighttime comes, you're usually settling in for an early night. And that can be very, very nice for those of us who like to sleep. Now, one thing I'd like to bring into attention here is this particular video. For this particular channel. Well, here, hold on. I better not share the good news yet. We got big, exciting news to share with you folks. But we're gonna lead up to that because there's exciting, brand new news coming out. And I'm excited to share it with everyone, and we're gonna have to wait just a little bit because I just can't stress enough how exciting it is. And we will get there. Now, as I take every drink of coffee, I start to wake up, I start to taste the roast, I start to taste the sugar. I don't know how many people like sugar in their coffee. I like putting sugar in my coffee. I think a little bit of sweet outweighs the beautiful bitter roast taste. Almost kind of like dark chocolate. Not everyone's favorite taste, but I certainly like it. Alright, doggy, are you gonna open the door by yourself? Our doggy always wakes up in the morning after I've made her breakfast, and she opens the door by herself. Let's see if we can catch it on film. Can we, folks? Let's see. And so here, as we wait, if I keep talking, she'll think that I am not here, and she's inching towards the door. Boom. Wonderful. Now that's some sort of magic, folks. I gotta say, she's a happy girl. That's my girl. She'll open the door right away and won't let nobody stop her from doing so. Yes. But here we are at the 5-star Grandma Hotel. As I said in a previous video, I think it may have been the intro video of this new channel. I was born here in California, out in the mountains. But then I moved to LA, and then I went to Iowa and lived in the humid farmlands. Lived off corn and beets, living in on a farm. And then I went back to LA, and I just recently went to Florida on vacation. And so now I'm back home in California, staying at my grandma's hotel. And that's part of the reason you'll see so many videos of my grandmother so graciously letting me stay with her and use her resources and what will you. So it's really nice to be back home. I'm very excited for that. Now, yesterday's video was about convenience, safety, and cooperation. So this morning, we're gonna clamp on this side. We're gonna cut the bow, and we're gonna smile and make something beautiful. When we're talking about love. Love action makes productivity. So that's the theme of this morning's video, is love action makes productivity. So we're going to jump into your sex life, viewer. I'm talking to you, viewer, not them. I'm talking to you. We're going to jump into the sex life. How is your sex life looking? How many times have you got lucky? Because I want to know, she or he or they nowadays, well, they want to know, how's your love life doing? Are you getting it in bed? Are you getting confirmative traction? Confirmative traction. Is the fluctuation at good levels? Are your reproductive parts, whatever they may be, undefined nowadays? Are they functioning? Are they at full capacity? Are you taking care of them? Right? I've got a couple parts and pieces on my own body that we have to take care of. We keep it very sweet. Now, I want to know if you're down there doing that. So leave me a comment in the video of how your love, action, productivity is kicking. Because we want to know, like a bird chirps in the morning looking for that early worm. We want to know how your life's doing, you know what I mean? We want to make sure that you're really getting in there, that you're fluctuating. It's a regular biological alarm clock. But you gotta keep it up. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep things pumping. You gotta keep the pipes moving. You gotta keep the groove going, you know what I mean? This is the love, action, productivity. I'm so grateful that I touched on this morning, because I just happened to wake up and think of this. But go ahead and leave in the comments below how your love, action, productivity, sex life is doing. Your sex life's important, folks. Whether you have a partner or whether you're alone. You know, there's some people out there that use circular devices, and they use these plastics and polyester and porcelain and rubber, objects. That's fine too. Whatever floats your boat. Make sure you're doing it well. That's where it becomes my business. Is I need to know about your sex life. I need to know that you're breathing it. You're breathing it in and breathing it out every week. I think a big part of Americana depression, America's depression, a lot of it stems from a poor sex life. Now, me personally, hold on, I'm gonna need a little drink for this one. Personally, my personal sex life it's wild. I'm out there getting it in, getting it out, going home, pumping it out. When I wake up, when I go to sleep. You gotta understand, these are basic biological functions. You gotta get this stuff in, gotta get this stuff out. I don't know how many children I have out there, but I'm hoping not too many. And of course, that was a joke. No, I'm limited to one partner of the opposite sex. Just for specific details for whoever's a little nosy out there. Like I said, nowadays anything flies. Like a screwdriver without orange juice. Now that's a straight chaser. Anyway, so my personal sex life, it's fluctuating. It's moving, it's grooving. Like I was trying to show you earlier, you gotta get the soft spot in there. Your sex life has gotta keep moving, keep grooving. It's really gotta keep this fluctuation. The fluctuation of your sex life's gotta be really important, folks. And if you're not getting that moving, circulating, it's like breathing. It's like breathing. So love, action, productivity. That was today's theme. And I'm curious with the people who are watching this right now, how your love, action, productivity is going. Who is it with? How many times? How often does it satisfy you? How often does it not? These are things you need to investigate. My professional life coaches have told me that your sex life is a big part of your equilibrium, and it can cause depression if your sex life is low. So you got to keep your sex pumping and going. And like I said earlier, it don't matter if you're alone. It don't matter if you have multiple partners. I know people who are quadruple together. And I tell you, that's a lot of sex. And they're keeping the fluctuation levels golden. So these are the things you need to consider, folks. Are you happy? How much sex are you having in your life? Are you properly using love, action, productivity? And if you are, it shows that your life is a ball of sunshine most of the time. These are basic things. It's like drinking water and taking your vitamins and exercise. Your sex life is very much a part of that productivity. And it's important. It's very, very, very important. Like taking your daily iron or taking in your daily vitamin D from the sunshine, which again, I regret to inform you that it's been raining all week. Today might be, not to change the subject completely, but just a little bit, today might be the only day where there's no rain. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks of rain. I mean, I was in Florida last week, but here in California, it's been 2 weeks of rain, supposedly. At least this week I've been here, it's been rainy. As you saw in the other video, I told you. And as you see in the morning, I always try to film it and show. Regardless, today might be the day where it's clear. I don't know if it's going to be sunny, but there won't be no rain, and that'll give us enough time to go out hiking again. And since I changed the subject to the weather, might as well jump into that too, because it's relevant. So because it won't be raining today, you may or may not get another video of us, me and my brother that is, hiking. You may get another video of me hiking across the creek and going out in the woods and getting some new sights in and some exercise, you know. And so this channel has become kind of a life advice vlog, exercise type channel, and I like it a lot. And it's about personal growth, and it's all about the viewer, you know. Eventually, as I get more viewers, we will celebrate that. And without further ado, I suppose, since I've kind of jumped into it already, I better share the exciting new news. I'm going to give a little proper pause because this is very exciting news. Extreme. I cannot stress enough, as I said before and after, I cannot express how beautiful this exciting news is. So here we go. Give me a minute, folks. I don't want to get too sensitive. I get very emotional and sensitive about this because this is hot stuff. Hold on, 30 seconds. Or 10 seconds, maybe. Alright, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful morning episode of Moontime's Devotion, I would like to announce we have now entered into our success story of this YouTube channel. We now have one brand new subscriber. We have a new subscriber on the Moontime Devotions. I don't know who it is, but we're so grateful to have you. I'm sure you're watching this video right now, and we want to give you personally a shout out. Thank you so much for taking your time to check out the beautiful Moontime Devotions channel. We're so happy to have you here, and if you would please reach out, and our people here on this channel would love to take care of you. We'd love to send you a little introductory channel brochure entailing everything that we're going to share with you. And of course, because today's theme, I am just blessed and hoping that your love action productivity is really kicking. I really think it's kicking. It's gotta be if you're here. Because if you're here, we're all just a bunch of wild kitty cats. And that's a beautiful thing. So, that's the big exciting news. Thank you, sir, or madam, or whosoever, for subscribing to the Moontime Devotions YouTube channel. We are so grateful and so pleasured to have you along the ride. It's an honor. It's an honor. I started this YouTube channel and I never thought I would see a soul. And within the first 2 days, we've already got a subscriber. Hallelujah, I gotta say, these are blessings. These are interventions from some supernatural force, whatever it may be for you. I'm just gonna simply say thank God, because personally that's how I can explain it. Very pretty and very beautiful and very exciting. I'm so thankful that we've got you here with us. If there is anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. We would love to hear from you. We'd love you to call into the show. We would love to do video collabs with you, whatever it may be. Or if you're just a beautiful, nice viewer and you just want to watch our videos, feel free to comment and spread the word. Show everyone Moontime Devotions. Because I'm sure there's someone out there who needs to hear some of our good advice here, and or can compare and contrast. Oh my goodness, still waking up, folks. Tripping over my words because I'm so excited to share this news with you. So anyway, back to the topic at hand, before I got so distracted by the weather and everything else. Love, action, productivity is crucial in every person's life. Now, it's a little term I coined back when I was eating stir fry out of a foil tin. Now, we had this Korean neighbor back in LA who lived across from us, and she would make the best stir fry in the world, God bless her. And she would always bring it to us, and we would eat it, and it tasted so good. And I remember one night after work, because I worked very, very late doing metal manufacturing, I came home one late night, and I was eating that stir fry, and I was eating the noodles, and there was something about the noodles, and the moisture in the noodles. I thought, this really is reminiscent of something wet and slippery and full of life. And I just started to think, I love, right? There it is. Love, taste. I was in the taste, I was in the formation of the fry, the stirring of the fry, and the love of the stirring of the fry. Now, every bite I took, I felt more and more of the flavor, and that gave me more of a realization, right? A realization and perspective of that this is an action, that I'm eating stir fry is the action, right? And so here I am in two different things. I'm in the love of the flavor of, and I'm in the action of eating the stir fry. And that's pretty. And that's really nice. And so as I'm in the love of the taste and in the action of the stir fry or the frying of the stir, that's when I realized this is productive. This is productive when I'm eating this. Because it's giving me the protein and it's going to help me sleep well for the next day of work, which was only a couple hours away. Like I said, I worked very late. So anyway, and that's where I came up with this phrase, because the texture and the tastes, but really the textures as well, I forgot that part, but the textures of the stir fry, the action of eating it and doing so, altogether it reminded me of my sex life. And I thought, man, I need my sex life to be just like this stir fry. I needed to be top-notch, I needed to taste good, feel good, and I needed to be productive. I needed to be productive so that the next day I can operate in my full capacity. And so that's what we did, folks. We took that stir fry and we ate it. We did the action of doing so, and then we found the productivity of it as well, and we applied it into our sex life. I can't tell you how many girlfriends I had that month. So many beautiful partners, and we all had a great time. You would have thought I was at the kitty cat house. And so that's where I coined the phrase, ladies and gentlemen, love, action, productivity. And so really, I hope you're auto-reheating that right now in your life, defrosting it in your mind as we speak at least. And really, it's beautiful to keep your sex life top-notch. It could be a niche in your life. It could be a beautiful thing. And so I needed to share that with you this morning. Keep the fluctuation levels at a rise. You got to keep that moving. You got to keep the grooving. Okay. You ever hear an R and a B song? I think that's the genre. R and B. Listen to an R and B song. Okay. Do I got your attention? And you take this R&B song and you got the groove. You get the groove. Now, when you're in front of your partner naked, and you've got your thing, or depending on which perspective and thing that you have, let's assume that you're, right. I don't even need to say it, but let's just assume that you're the one on the offensive. And you gotta get in there with the groove, is what I'm getting at. You gotta get in there with the groove. You gotta dance. And you gotta dance the magic monkey. You gotta dance the, almost kind of like a lizard. Get in there kind of like a lizard without his tail, like, ooh. Get a little spiral in there. Get a little action. Anyway, this is my personal experience. I think it's really fun. And it'll make it last a little longer too, I think too many people go too quick, and that just, it kills everything, right? It kills the vibe. To put it in today's terms, right? It kills the vibe. You want it to be slow and steady. See, and there we go. We wrapped it up just like we talked about yesterday. It's slow and steady wins the race, typically. And not always, but most of the time when it comes to passionate sex making, you want it to be slow and steady because that wins the race and makes your missus real happy. Because she does. She wants someone who will last. Or he, or whoever. We don't judge here on Moontime Devotions. We're just simply talking about the beautiful thing and the beautiful miracle of sex life and how it can really help your depression and so on. So do what you will with this beautiful information, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that it finds you well when you are in those moments of romantic sex life making. These are the topics that help shape our lives. It's apples to apples, folks. It's apples to apples, and how do you like them apples? I like them, well, I won't say that. So we will keep that right there as an easy, clean, and interior. 1 unit, folks. Welcome to Love, Action, Productivity. I hope that this will help you. And I've said it a lot, but I'll say it one more time just before we end things here this morning. Please leave in the comments how your sex life is doing. Tell us any tips, any hot stories, anything you want to share about your sex life and productivity and the action of doing so. It could really help anybody else who's watching this. There's people out there who have boring sex lives, and we want to spice it up. I think sex is very much like a dance. It's like an ancient dance. And you got to get into your native self to really, get the bird. Because the bird gets the early worm when it's grooving and dancing and spiraling into the mood. So it's all about the mood and the tone and the feeling. And you don't want the quick 30-second button. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say this fine morning, folks. Until next time, thank you for joining Mr. Graham Smith with Moontime Devotions. Once again, we are so absolutely stoked and thrilled to have our beautiful new subscriber. I cannot stress it enough. We hope to hear from you soon, sir or madam. And please don't hesitate to join in and comment and join into our many live streams and leave your channel name, and perhaps we could subscribe to you as well. Welcome to the vlog. Merry Christmas and good morning. I don't think it's Christmas, but it sure feels like it this morning. And every morning should, if you're smiling and you're at the Moontime and you've got cooperation and you've got convenience and safety, and if you have love, action, productivity. Clamp this side and cut the bow. Anyway, folks, good morning, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. May this reach you at a good time. Blessings.